Thank you. Reporting in Christian County, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Gift card donations can be brought to Hopkinsville City Hall, Oak Grove City Hall, or the Christian County Chamber of Commerce. And some of the food chains on post include Panera, KFC, Subway, Domino's, Taco Bell, and Burger King. They're asking people to include their names on those cards as well.
Today, 3 little girls, all under the age of 4, are being laid to rest after a violent weekend car wreck up in Robertson County. In all, 6 people in the same car were killed early Sunday morning in the accident along I-24 West. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell learned more about the victims from a family friend.
Coming to terms with the loss of life is never an easy task, especially when it's loved ones who haven't been in this world very long.
We were all there to experience their first something, and there was many more first somethings that they're not able to do anymore, like their first day of school and their first driving lesson.
Aileen Masariegos referring to these little girls, 4-year-old Luna.
She was very, very loving, really open to meeting new people, and just very affectionate, always hugging and kissing everybody.
3-year-old Antonella.
She was really sassy.
And 1-year-old Mariela Chavez Reyes.
I wasn't able to meet her because of the space difference. You know, I lived in Nashville and they live in Paducah in Kentucky. So unfortunately, I didn't meet her, but I've heard that she was, really sassy as well. Gets it from her mom and dad.
All 3 sisters killed after being ejected from the car they were in. Mom and daughter duo, 38-year-old Reina Reyes and 12-year-old Stephanie, killed too in the crash. The aunt and cousin of the 3 toddlers.
They had came here for new opportunities and a better future, and it was short-lived.
Also losing their life in the crash, 19-year-old Tanya Rodriguez.
She was really sweet and just as well full of life.
The girlfriend of the toddler's older stepbrother.
He hasn't really spoken much since the accident. He's just, in his own world.
Masariegos has been a family friend of the Chavez Reyeses for decades, and right now, all they need is a little support and time to grieve.
Times like this, it really does make us reflect on everything that has happened and could happen. We just know that we're never taking time with our family members for granted, with our kids, with our parents, with friends, and with family.
Reporting for News Channel 5, I'm Aaron Cantrell.
Authorities say out of the 8 people in the car, only 1 was wearing a seatbelt, and that person was not injured. Another passenger, the toddler's mom, still in the hospital recovering. The driver in a second car involved wasn't hurt, and as the investigation continues, the victim's family, they've launched a GoFundMe account to help with funeral expenses, and we have details for you on our website.
Family and friends came together this afternoon to celebrate the life of Evelyn Dickhouse. She is one of the 6 victims killed at the Covenant School on Monday. News Channel 5's Emily Luxon is joining us from Woodmont Christian Church. Emily, so many broken hearts there today.
Yeah, and the outpouring of support continues for this family. Carrie, every spot in this parking lot was filled and it was packed inside the church this afternoon. The service lasted for about an hour, and now even an hour later, there are still people out in the parking lot. That included Mayor John Cooper, who stopped to pay his respects to Evelyn's family. Now, people were asked to wear pink, green, and other bright colors in honor of Evelyn today. Members of the media were not allowed inside the church per the family's request, so I don't have a lot of details on the service, but I can tell you that Vince Gill and Lady A both performed, and the service was held at the church Evelyn and her family attended. People who knew Evelyn described her as a shining light and an amazing person with a brilliant mind and creative spirit who made an impact on the world. She was always caring to those around her. She loved music, animals, and her family, especially her best friend, her older sister Eleanor. After today's service, Evelyn will be laid to rest tomorrow during a private burial. Instead of flowers, her family is asking for donations to be made to a fund that they have set up that will support causes close to Evelyn's heart. And we do have a link with more information on newschannel5.com. Of course, we will see this scene play out several more times over the coming days as the other victims of the Covenant School shooting will be laid to rest. Tomorrow, family and friends will gather to remember the life of substitute teacher Cindy Peak and 9-year-old Hallie Scruggs. Reporting live in Nashville, Emily Luxon, News Channel 5.
Such a sad process, Emily. Thanks. Now, we're only beginning to understand just how many heroes responded so quickly to Monday's mass shooting. You know, we've heard from bus drivers, chaplains, and of course the police.
But another group deserving much of our thanks is the Nashville Fire Department. We want to get to 5 Alert anchor Hunter Hoagland down in the newsroom. Hunter, these first responders, they saw it all on Monday.
Carrie, it's hard to fathom. Nashville Fire, they were one of the first ones on scene, and we're learning more of their incredible response at the Covenant School. I want to show you this. It's scrolling here, and I know it's hard to see, but incredible to see. These are all of the names of those who responded on Monday. They had 93 men and women scattered across the city, helping in the wake of the mass shooting. Earlier today, we talked to 2 EMS chiefs about the overwhelming response on Monday. They tell us Nashville Fire had people carrying victims out of the Covenant School, others helping at the reunification site, and some tasked with transporting those 6 victims to the hospital. This department has seen a lot over the last few days, and Assistant Chief Paul Gilmer says it has taken a toll on his first responders.
And so they're hurting. I know they're hurting. And, you know, you wish you could just take them and hold them and protect them, and as a parent would do.
As a parent, it makes you proud in the way that you're proud of your kids, just the same. And it was, as tough as it was pretty awesome to see your people do so well.
You can hear the emotion in both of their voices there. The 2 you just heard from say they trained for something like this just a couple weeks ago. They also noted that this was a team effort, thanking the police department for their work as well. Carrie, back to you.
Amazing. Thank you, Hunter. Tonight at 6:30, we are looking back on the lives that we lost on Monday, and we are also looking ahead to ways that we could heal after all of this heartbreak. It happened here. The Covenant School shooting airs at 6:30 on News Channel 5, on our website, and also streaming.
You know, this school shooting here in Nashville took place while state lawmakers continue their legislative session. So what is the likelihood that lawmakers could take some action right now to try to keep students safer in schools? Well, a spokesperson for the governor told us there have been extensive conversations with legislative leaders this week about building on current proposals and budget priorities to provide as much school safety support as possible. They say they plan to continue that talk in the coming days. Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally also sent a letter containing these proposals to Governor Lee. They are things that could be added as budget amendments: securing windows and glass in school buildings, magnetic locks on doors, centralized and modernized camera systems, and armed guards. So many people continue to want to help the victims and families of the school shooting, and we've heard of a new fundraiser.
Yeah, the Pancake Pantry in Hillsborough Village is donating 50% of its proceeds on Monday, so get in line for some pancakes on Monday.
And still ahead, our Forrest Sanders meets some kids who are ready to spread a little joy in the community. We need it.
Another Friday night and another threat of severe weather. I'm timing things out for you coming up right here on News Channel 5 at 5.
All right, the big news yesterday, we learned former President Donald Trump's indictment by a grand jury in New York, and just moments ago, an alert from the Associated Press learning a few details about this sealed charge, that at least one felony charge is what the former president may face. And of course, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office is coordinating with the Trump team as to what happens next, and we're told that the first hearing could be set for Tuesday, which means the former president would be in Lower Manhattan to appear in court. And of course, we will keep you posted. Well, the cause of that big fire in Sumner County yesterday still under investigation. Gallatin Fire Chief Jeff Beeman told us when firefighters got to the scene just outside city limits, a huge fire was raging. It was a large building, several vehicles, brush piles, and a large trash pile, all full of flames. This was at the dead end of Cobb's Lane. And some pictures you see there, courtesy Smoky Barn News. 13 different agencies helped to keep that fire from spreading, and the chief tells us no one was hurt.
Even in our very hardest weeks in Middle Tennessee, we never lose sight of all the good in our community. As News Channel 5's Forrest Sanders found out, some local teens are proving that this weekend.
You may have heard someone say Mount Juliet High and Wilson Central High are rivals.
Well, obviously sports rivals. We're huge sports rivals and always have been.
The football teams.
All football teams, easy. Those games are intense.
Yeah.
But there's a place where the rivalries put aside. Cameron and Vivian are Mount Juliet students. Alea and Sha'ar are Wilson Central students. They're all here together as Mount Juliet rehearses Sister Act because that's what these rival schools do. They share.
We loan each other costumes,
Oh,
set
yeah.
pieces,
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds of things.
They donate mics.
Since we formed a friendship, we normally get the same audiences.
I love having friends at Wilson Central.
This partnership is the idea of two good friends, Mount Juliet's theater teacher Mitchell Van Treese and Wilson Central's theater teacher Catherine Ray.
There's not a rivalry between me and her. I think I probably worship more of the ground she walks on. She's like a mentor friend.
It's been, just a wonderful friendship ever since.
And helping each other helps everyone.
High school musicals are incredibly expensive to pay for. Being able to save on simple resources like costuming or set pieces, that really helps out the program so they don't have to spend money that's not necessary. They can put it into other things.
Also key is the way the students support each other. Mount Juliet just went to see Wilson Central's production of Anything Goes.
It was wonderful.
And so, Wilson Central's returning the favor, watching Mount Juliet's tech rehearsal. Yeah, healthy competition is important to life. But so is working together.
Theater is teamwork.
Hey, we can play at being rivals, but at the heart of it, we really want you guys to succeed. We really support you. We really think you're awesome.
Come see Anything Goes.
And Sister Act.
I'm Boris Sanders, News Channel 5.
Break a leg to everybody. Sister Act is playing at Mount Juliet High this weekend, while Anything Goes is playing at Wilson Central High School.
So nice to see these kids smiling and just a little bit of something uplifting. We need it.
Yes. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. You have likely heard we have a Storm 5 alert, and a very serious situation is developing west of us right now.
Yeah, just outside of Memphis, the National Weather Service, we have communication with emergency personnel and other media folks. They just requested law enforcement to shut Interstate 55 down on the Arkansas side because of a confirmed tornado set to cross over. Arkansas has been hit hard today.
Right.
We've seen images from Arkansas. They've had numerous confirmed tornadoes, and that system is heading this way. I don't say this to scare you. I don't show this to you to scare you, but I just show this and say this so that you realize we're in spring, and we're in spring storm season, and we need to take it very serious as we continue to watch what is happening just to the west with these systems that are going to continue to slide this way. I want you to have ways to get alerts, and I'd rather you have them and not need them than need them and not have them. 70 right now in Clarksville. We had this pointed kind of northwest because there were some thunderstorms pushing through a little bit earlier, but seeing a little clearing there. Looking west from Dixon, you can see the rain off in the distance in these dark clouds. Nothing severe with any of that. And then as we bring you into downtown Nashville and around the Germantown area at First Horizon Park, where we have our Skynet site there, the Sounds proactively have postponed tonight's game, made it a doubleheader tomorrow, just so folks aren't at the stadium when severe weather potentially hits. Smart move on their part. Would rather everybody be safe than potentially out at a ball game. And trust me, I'm ready for baseball to start too, but a great move there by the Sounds, in my opinion. Hopkinsville, Clarksville, thunderstorms moving through, nothing severe. The same over towards Paris, Tennessee, and